Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. If you've seen my previous video, then you saw the reflecting on my 2022 wish list. So I'm back today to share with you my 2023 wish list. It is significantly trimmed down. I feel like my purchasing mindset has changed drastically a lot over the past 2 years or so. As you probably saw in my 2022 wish list video, I had a lot of aspirations, a lot of things I really wanted to buy. I already was beginning to hone down on specific items that I wanted to save up for, as opposed to just like buying things all willy-nilly like I have done in prior years. And this year, even more than ever, I think I'm like slimming it down even more. So let's just jump right into this video so I can share with you everything that I have on my current wish list for 2023. So I really enjoy creating these types of videos because I feel like it helps me to truly manifest and focus my energy on specific items that I want. A lot of the things that I have on my wish list are luxury designer or high-end products that do cost a lot. So I don't think I'm personally ever comfortable with just dropping that much money on things without really thinking about it. So for myself and my own purchasing behavior, I like to really ruminate on things and make sure I truly like it. And I usually give myself at least a 3 to 6 month bare minimum time period for myself to wrap my mind around how much it's going to cost, how do I foresee myself using it on a day-to-day basis, and whether or not it's actually truly going to be a piece that I can keep in my closet for a long time. Otherwise, if it's just a trend-based thing or something that I'm inspired to get because a friend has it or I see that it looks really cute on social media right now, I'll try to steer away from that as much as I can, just to save myself the hassle of, number one, spending that money, having buyer's remorse, and then two, trying to sell it afterwards when I realize I no longer love it. So now that I've really trimmed down exactly what I want, a lot of the things that you're going to see on this list are similar to what I had last year. There are some rollovers of existing ones. I've cut some things out from last year's list that are not top of priority right now because I'm obviously not going to buy 10 bags in 1 year. And I'm really trimming it down to things that I think I really want to acquire and I think are possibly able to acquire. So let's just jump into it. The number one thing that I do want to acquire this year, besides obviously the house, would be a mini Kelly, or just like mini Kelly, a Kelly Pochette, a Kelly Cut, a 25 or a 28. Those are the 5 options that I'm toying with right now. I'm not specifically tied to one exact size. I would love to, and I joked with my essay about this, eventually have a Kelly in every size so that whenever I want to, depending on what sort of outfit that I'm wearing and the activities that I have for the day, reach for the specific size and bring it with me. Like, say for example, if I'm going out for date night with Peter, I would bring a mini Kelly with me out. But if I'm going to be out all day long and I have errands to run, I might reach for my 28 because it can hold a lot more, and that way I can feel like I can bring everything that I need to with me without having to leave things behind at home or stuffing them in my coat pockets. So a wide range of sizes is what I'm really going after. Ideally, if I could get a mini Kelly first, I think that would be really cute just because it's such like a great everyday size and it has that shoulder strap that you can easily wear around your body for just like hands-free access 24/7. And being a mom, I love my hands-free access, so that's exactly why I would prefer a mini Kelly first, but I'm not really opposed to any of the sizes that I previously shared. I would love Cellier style because I do like the stitching on the exterior. I feel like it just looks beautiful on a Kelly. It's a very strong and like bold silhouette, so I think the Cellier really truly brings that shape out of the bag. And in terms of leather, like I like Epsom. I think it's a really solid leather to help keep and hold its shape, but I'm open to either ones as well. And I think the primary colors I would like obviously would be gold or black. If I could get a nata in it, I would too, but I'm really afraid that if I got a nata, I would stain it. I also would be open to a taupe and cray, like the other basic beige colors. And some fun colors I would love to also eventually own would be a vert frise, a bleu lin. I actually wouldn't mind, and I never thought I would say this, a mauve sylvestre, which is kind of like a light pinky shade. I don't know, I've never seen myself as like a pink girl, but I saw the mini Kelly in that color and I was like, ah, this is beautiful. I have to have it. It's stunning. And oh, of course, vert cricket, pastel, baby green, super, super cute. So any of those colors, if they were offered to me, I probably would say yes to, just because I'm like a pastel gal or a neutrals color gal. You would probably never see me with like a rich, vibrant jewel tone bag unless I've explored all the other options and I'm gravitating towards that to kind of expand my collection. Most of the time for me, I'm very much pastel and neutrals. And then depending on the shade of the bag, I would probably prefer either palladium or like a soft brass color for the hardware. I'm not overly picky. I think it's one of those situations where I need to see the bag in front of me, and then from that point I can decide whatever I'm being offered if I like it or not. So that's kind of like the mini Kelly realm that I really have up there that I would love to get my hands on one this year. I am praying to the Hermes gods that I will be able to manifest this into my life. Maybe I'll just run through everything Hermes that I have on my list right now, and then we can move on to the next brands. So next up on the list, if you saw from my previous video, I still want the Oasis in the whites. I'm just waiting for my SA to receive one in my size so that I can purchase it. I know for sure by the end of this year I probably will have it in my possession, but I'm just manifesting it right now so that I can get it sooner than later. That way I can have it on time to wear it in the summer times for all the weddings that we're going to be attending. It's going to be a really great piece to add to my closet because I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it already, similar to my Oran sandals where I wear the white ones so much. It just works with everything, and I love the very simple and sleek silhouette look, and I don't know, it works with everything that I wear. I just wear a lot of white shoes apparently. I recently saw these Chypre, I don't really know how to pronounce that. Please let me know what the proper way of saying it is. In suede beige. Apparently it's supposed to come in women's and men's, but I've only seen it available in the men's so far. I would love to have it available in the women's. They have that regular style with just like a black footbed and then a gold, white, and a black leather over top. I actually just surprisingly put a deposit down on the black pair, which should be coming in soon. I'm really hoping that it comes in before the price increase so that my deposit doesn't go over what I wanted to pay for it, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I have the black ones coming in because I already know the black is going to work with everything. I have a very similar pair of sandals from Aloha's that I wear all the time. I'm gonna replace those with Chypres because the Aloha ones are like starting to fall apart a little bit. I've worn them to death, and I would love the suede ones because I think it's a really nice color that will kind of complement my personal skin tone. So if I want to wear a more neutral, relaxed fit and not have the shoes be such a statement, like a stark black on my feet, then I could gravitate towards the suede ones. But who knows? That may or may not ever come in. I don't know. We'll see. I asked my SA to keep an eye out, and if a 36 ever comes in, then to give me a call. And then I feel like I want to accessorize my bags up a little bit. I'm definitely looking for a Rodeo or a Pegasus in like a neutral shade that I can throw onto my bag. The bag is the color sable and canvas, so I feel like any black and brown and white kind of mixture would work really well if I was to be able to get one. I don't necessarily think I need one for my Picotin, but if I did find the right one, I'm definitely open to just like purchasing it and alternating across the bags if it matches all of them, since most of my bags are neutral colors. A Pegasus would be really cute too because I just like the little wing detail on it, but I'm not picky either or. I know eventually I will have both. Whichever one comes into my life first this year, I will be more than happy to accept. And I'm really trying to convert our whole bedroom into more of like a beigey brown theme, so I do still definitely want the Avalon pillow in the Avalon 1, 2 of them in gold to go on either side of our pillow situation here. I kind of want to get rid of this little lumbar pillow because it's blue. We used to have like a white and blue and beige theme, but I've since kind of moved on from that and we've subtracted a lot of our blue pillows. So this is here in the meantime, just as decor, because I feel like, I don't know, does it look incomplete without it? It just looks weird. I feel like I need those 2 Avalon pillows to like put one here and one there, and that will just complete the bed until I get a new bed frame. Moving on to the next item on the list is a brand new bed frame. I know I want a new one. We've had this one for maybe about like 6 years or so now, and like I feel like I've moved on from that tufted headboard era. I love this bed. It has served us really well. It's just really bold and dark. I think I want something a little bit lighter and airier just to bring some more deep breath of fresh air into this room. This is a very, like, it's significantly bigger than the old room that we had when we were living in the condo, and I'm very grateful for it. This is essentially double the size and there's a lot of space, but we've also since moving into here, I don't know how, acquired so much more stuff, and because of how dark this headboard is, it just feels like it takes over the room and makes the room feel smaller. So if we were to move to a lighter shade and maybe like half the height, I really don't need something this high up. I think it'll just help to open up the room so much more and make it so much more inviting and welcome. So a new bed frame is definitely on the list for sure. This is something else I do have on my list that's kind of like nice to get if I can this year, if I'm not able to get a Kelly, which is a Chanel Vintage Classic flap in the medium size, black lambskin with gold hardware. And when I say gold, I mean like the 24 karat gold, not the currently plated kind of like brass mixture stuff. So we're gonna be going to Tokyo in May. I will be flying there after I leave Paris from Mel's bachelorette trip, and Peter will already be there from Dave's bachelor trip. So when we meet up there, my goal is to pop into Amore and to see all like the vintage pieces that they have available and see if I can find one. Let me know if you guys would like me to do like a little vlog of vintage shopping in Japan. I've heard that place is phenomenal. They have a huge range of vintage pieces, and apparently in Japan everything is like very, very well authenticated because they have crazy rules against the legalities when it comes to authenticating and fake pieces. My apologies guys, the light just like shifted majorly. I film with natural light and I guess a cloud just went over the sun, so it got really dark. It's getting a little bit brighter, so I may hit the pause and rejig and brighten this up in a little bit again if it does change. There's some things I would love to pick up from Celine while I'm in Paris. There's that striped cardigan, which is adorable. adorable. I ended up returning the one from Massimo Dutti because I realized I didn't like the fact that I could only close it at the top in the hook eye closure. And because the size never came back in the one that I wanted, which was a small for the black and white striped one, I just figured there's too many issues that I have with this. For a $200 cardigan, I'd rather just return it and kind of lament on the fact of losing that cardigan and not having a dupe for the Celine one. I think I would feel much more comfortable paying full price for the Celine one and having a jacket that I actually truly love and that I know is perfect and not having buyer's remorse than having one sit there for like $200 some that I just never wear because I don't like it at all. So I'm gonna return that one. Surprisingly, Massimo Dutti actually recently released one that's literally a one-for-one dupe of the Celine one. It has the white trim on it and it has the buttons and it actually buttons down properly in the front. I put myself on the wait list for it and I got a notification this morning and I snatched it up in the extra small and the small so I could try both sizes on for you. Unfortunately, I was doing it so quickly in my sleep that I didn't realize I paid for expedited shipping. So I paid $10 for that when it could have been free. So there's that, but stay tuned because I will definitely be reviewing that cardigan once it gets delivered to me. And yeah, hopefully it's one that fits and it looks good. Otherwise, once I return it, I'm out $10, which sucks. But in the meantime, I do have that Celine cardigan on my wish list that I'm going to keep an eye out for when we're in Paris, just so I can see if I can get my hands on one. I was doing the math and the conversion online for the price of what they sell it there versus here is wild to me. I think it's like 3,500 here and it's like 2,000 euros there, but after VAT back and conversion you save almost like 30 to 40% of the price here. So it just doesn't make sense for me to even buy it here. I'm just gonna look there and see if I can find it. If I can find it, great. If I can't, then at least I'll have the Massimo Dutti one. Beyond that striped one from Celine, I also have another one that I showed in my kind of like Celine shopping trip. It's the alpaca wool one. It's nice and fuzzy. I don't know if they'll have that when I'm there just because I'll be there around like spring, summer, and I believe that was more released during their fall, winter of this past year. So depending on seasonalities, they may or may not have it available, but we are there for a week. So I'm gonna try my luck and see if I can get a hold of one. Okay, and then the very last thing that I'm gonna try to wrap it up with before the lighting keeps changes is the Van Cleef & Arpels Sweet Alhambra necklace in the gold with the mother of pearl. I still really want the necklace. I think it's beautiful. And I do want to start my VCA collection, but funnily enough, I did the math and I checked out how much it would be purchasing it there versus here. It's literally like a $70 difference, to the point where I might as well just purchase it here versus in Paris, because there's loads of other stuff that I can buy there that I get a way better discount on, that I might as well just get it here and not blow my whatever my limit is to bring back. That being said, I'm probably going to end up purchasing it here at some point this year, and I'm just manifesting it into my life when I'm at a place where I feel like everything else that I wanted that I pre-prioritized on the list, I've either acquired or I don't think I'll acquire this year, and then I'll pull the trigger on the necklace because I do want to add this to my stack and kind of grow my VCA collection. I would love to also get the matching earrings. They're so cute. I don't know if I would wear them every day though, just because they are such a statement piece, but I think it'd be a really adorable collection to have if you have like the necklace, the earrings, and the bracelet all together to match. I'm definitely living out my like Luxury Wishlist days apparently at this point. And then the very last thing would be the SUV, but like I don't know if that's something, I don't know. It's on my wish list, but it's not like a need to have. Once we get the house, then we could look into getting a second car. I think just having a second car would just be way more efficient for us to get around. So if I need to take the car out for the day and Peter's at home with Harrison, he can, and vice versa. And the other person doesn't have to feel like trapped at home and like chauffeur the person around to catch the train to go into Toronto. It is a mess right now and it works, but we could definitely make it a little bit more convenient. So I think having a second car would be great. If we don't get one by the end of the year though, I'm not torn. Not the end of the world. All right, so that is everything that I have at the moment on my 2023 wish list. I'm trying to keep things really good. My plan this year is to put more thought into what I'm purchasing and making sure things that are entering my closet are classic pieces that are timeless, that I think can last forever, and not just trend pieces I'm gonna wear at the moment for a few times and then just forget about them and put them away when the next trendy piece comes along. I just want to be a little bit more conscious with my spending and making sure that I'm buying things that I actually will use for a long time. I don't know, I've looked over my closet over the recent years and realized I have so much stuff from places that like I love and I generally would continue to shop from them, but like I've purchased so much stuff from H&M and Zara that's like I wore that for one season and then I got bored of it. But there are things from both of those major retailers that I have also purchased that lasted me a really long time too. I feel like there's this like ongoing argument that fast fashion is like mass produced and they constantly push things at you and you're buying stuff that you're only gonna wear for a trend for one season and then throw it away afterwards once that trend is no longer considered popular and you're moving on to the next thing. But for myself, I've definitely found a lot of pieces that I do continue to wear over and over again, because if you're a smart shopper at these places, you can find pieces that are not just one-offs but can continuously like evolve with you as a person. And I kind of want to do a video on like classic items that I found from H&M and Zara that I do think have longevity to them and that aren't just too trend driven. But if you guys are interested in something like that, let me know. I can absolutely put together a video featuring those pieces. It is worthwhile to get some pieces from them every once in a while. And I also know that not everybody has like tons of cash to spend on clothes all the time, so these retailers do serve a purpose in providing like relatively affordable clothing. Obviously not always the best quality made fabrics, but they do perform quite well, and if you take care of them, can last you a really long time and won't look too trendy. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that situation. As always, if you guys want to see more of me, you know where to find me on Instagram and TikTok. I post on both of those platforms a little bit more frequently than YouTube, so if you want to stay up to date on me, check out all of my content over there. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming by to my little corner on YouTube and watching my video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.